Up, What Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's anime Nerdigan review is going to be for Made in Abyss Season 1, Episode 3, Tiled Departure. And this episode was okay. There were some problems with it, but there was a lot of great stuff in here too. So what I wish they would have done in the beginning, before the opening song, where what they did in the anime was they started it like near the end of chapter 6, where it was the going into the previous night. What would have been better for me is to have them start at Liza's entries in her diary, and then after the opening song do the stuff the previous night. Like, that to me would have made more sense, but I'm very curious what you guys thought. So anyway, speaking of that, first of all, the scene that the previous night in the beginning was done just about perfectly. There was one part skipped, which was from Shiggy, which was let's meet again tomorrow night. I'll get the data in order too. So this part, there's parts of Liza's entries that were skipped completely, and there was even one entry that was completely skipped. So I'm gonna read the entries as they are in the manga, and you'll understand why I wish that all of it would have been there. So here's the entry. So the first entry was this one. In the sandstone area of Sea of Corpses on the 5th layer, I encountered a seven-tailed scorpion. That was there. This part wasn't. This next sentence. Each tail contained poison that could melt flesh and bone, and each scorpion had 7 of them. That was not there. This part was there, though. And what's more, they were over 2 meters tall. And this part was skipped, and I did not understand it. Or actually, I understand why, because it was called time. Like, part of me is just thinking you should have just not even mentioned it, or not even shown this shit, or just done this shit in the beginning before the opening song. But that's just me. In the places where the sandstone was discolored lay the remains of the ones unfortunate enough to fall victim to their poison. The area around its nest has a particular smell. It's the same smell you get when you burn the remnants of dried vomit. Those who didn't leave any smoke signals using their vomit before coming here will likely die. I think I'll call it Desert Hydra, not to be used as a food source. Now this one, the next entry is this one, and only a little bit of it was there, which was, I saw this one while taking shelter from the rain in the 6th layer. That part was there. It's a lizard that grows up in its eggshell. That was there. The young ones are ferocious, but can be eaten without too much work. Very tasty. It seems that their shell keeps you safe even from the iron rain. That part was there, though. Let's see. As long as it lives, it will continue to grow. Its lifespan is ridiculously long. The largest one I encountered was towering at 30 meters in height, and despite how gigantic it was still just as ferocious. As for whether its meat is just as tasty, I'll leave that question for my successors to answer. I'll name it the giant armor shell. And this one was completely skipped. The hermit crab type mammals that live in various dwellings are totally cute. They live quietly in the city areas of the 6th layer. And that's where we're at right now in the manga, by the way, currently. And yes, we have seen these creatures. Perhaps they use their dwellings as some form of camouflage, as they're always being eaten by the Sakawatari. Their sturdy fangs help them to make their dwellings, although they are friendly towards humans. If you try to eat them, they'll bite you with those fangs, so be careful with them. There was a lot of blood. Since I tamed one, I'll use it as my pillow for now. Let's name it the hermit rat. Oh no, we haven't seen these yet. I don't think we've seen... haven't seen these ones, the hermit rats yet. I think we're going to soon, though, because we are in the 6th layer, so I wouldn't be surprised if we saw it soon. And then we get to the stuff about Reg. This part was skipped right here. Its arms and legs and head are disproportionately large. Perhaps it's some kind of armor. It definitely doesn't look like someone that's been lost to the abyss. I tried calling out to it, but then it ran away from me. He went up, jumping with a strength that astounded me. To be able to ascend so easily from this depth, could it be that it isn't human? Parts of this would be, I think, could it be that it isn't human, I think was there. And where did it even come from in the first place? That part was definitely there. I have no idea, but I'm getting closer to the answer. That was completely skipped. So then we get to the next part where Reg and Nat are together on about to do their delve. Or no. Nat and Reg are doing Reg's first delve. There we go. This part was skipped. It's heavy. Not like that. I meant with the pickaxe. You can't pick that up with your hand. Huh? Let's see. And something that bothered me was that the spin stone wasn't mentioned. But yeah, it was supposed to be this from Nat. That's also one of the artifacts of the abyss. Is it a spin stone? No, it's not supposed to be that soft. I don't know what it is. For the most part, that was there. But let's see. Oh, this part was skipped, which was and I understand why, because of timing, of time and wanting to get a lot of content into the episode, where Reg was thinking about Rico after Nat said, mentoring is sure is hard work. Well, it's clearly a sun orb, and that's a scale umbrella, and of course the star compass, sun orb number 2, and this blue stone, what was it again? Just some pretty stone. This part was there. Hold on a second. Let me just I just want to double check something. Oh, right, you could just leave that stuff to me. That part was skipped. That's what it was. Oh, and then when we saw the skeleton, I gotta say, this animation is really done well. I love this animation. And it gets me really hyped, and I should have corrected myself from last video at the beginning, but I got a feeling because of the opening song, because I watched it again, we saw Bondrewd. If we get to Bondrewd, I'm going to be so happy, because I love Bondrewd. But at the same time, it scares me, because I feel like we're going to rush to get there, because Bondrewd is so freaking, oh, he's an ass. He is an ass, and I'm scared that we're going to rush to get to him. But anyway, let's see. Oh, here it is. This part was skipped from Nat. You were hugging me like a girl. I guess I'll keep quiet about it. And then we hear the story about the children's folk story. Let's see. That part was there. Oh, when Reg was saying, if I reach the bottom, then maybe I'll find all those answers. That's how it feels to me. When he said that and we saw that shot of the abyss, oh my god, it was so beautiful. Okay, so now we're in chapter 7. So what did I think about chapter 6's adaptation? Minus the entries of the journal not being there, it was okay. It was actually really good. If the journal entries would have been in there, it would have been better. Anyway, this part was skipped from chapter 7. When and this is when Reg and Nat are walking back up. Rico didn't ask me to go with her. She's not planning to go alone, is she? And then we get to see, Nat go through the curse. And he didn't say my head's splitting. This part was there. Oh, this part was completely skipped. We didn't get to see the relics get appraised. That kind of bothered me. I was like, should have been there, but I totally understand why they skipped it. In all reality, I completely understand. But anyway, appraisal, I reckon. In that case, put your name here, not here. Kid, is this your first time? Where are you from? Rich and I are from the Belchero orphanage. Nice to meet you. Sure, I'll go through them quick, so just wait here. How careless of me. The curse of the abyss, it really didn't affect me. Wait a minute. Let's see. Oh, this part was skipped. I remember Siggy mentioning an underworld treasure. Am I just an artifact then? Is there any significance to that emblem? Why did I come here? Why didn't that silhouette come here? Did it come from the very bottom? What in the world could it be? That was the part that was skipped. Wait a minute. Let me see. Oh, I'm sorry. That entire inner monologue was there. I'm sorry. I just didn't read my notes right. That entire inner monologue was there, including I want to know who I am. I got it mixed up because this part was skipped. Living here is a lot of fun, and it'd be hard to leave everyone behind, but really I can't just stand here to do stand here and do nothing. Ah, my squishy thing. How unusual. It's a princess bosom. Bosom? It's a boob stone. Yes, it's a boob stone. We didn't get to see the boob stone. Or we didn't get to find out about the boob stone. It's a boob stone. A boob stone. Because it's just as soft as one, you know? Just as? Let's see. Let me just make sure. This part was skipped. That's why I will follow you, even if you turn me down. There's no way I do that. Let's see. Oh, and Reg thinking she's unusually nice today was skipped. Reg, thank you so much. And Reg thinking I definitely can't just leave her alone was skipped. Let's see. Let me just double check something here. So this part with Siggy and Reg, this dialogue, I wish it would have been here. Like, I think some of it was there, but majority of it wasn't, which was, don't tell me you think you'll somehow get to the end just by descending little by little with those those extending arms of yours, or something along those lines. I'm sure there will be obstacles, but that's honestly what I think. I see. Up until this morning, you were a bellbearer, so all you were taught was basically reading, writing, and arithmetic. And the place you were exploring yesterday is basically a backyard, only 150 meters deep. You're naive. No, I gotta say you're ridiculously naive. I realize you've lost your memory, but to think you had this little knowledge, how can you delve the abyss while trying to protect Rico if you know nothing about it? You can say that, but I'm quite sturdy, you know, and these arms extend for 40 meters. Like, that part was completely skipped. Like, I didn't understand why you're not mentioning the arms in particular, because that's kind of important. I should be able to hold Rico and protect her with these arms while taking the shortest route that others wouldn't be able to follow. Yeah, that part was all skipped, and except for where it went to was right here when Suki says, "I'm saying that your thinking is too naive." Let's see. Oh, the latest Abyss chart. Oh my God, that Abyss chart was so beautiful, but some of the stuff is just wrong. This part was skipped. Wow, it's the real thing. Oh my, Suki, you make those round glasses look so cool. Thanks. Here it is. Let's get... So, that map of the Abyss, I'm going to say it again, that was just so beautifully animated. It was better than I thought it was going to be. That part was there. My arms extend to 40 meters when I give it my all, but 20,000 meters and deeper? The deepest point of the bottom of the abyss, estimated depth more than 20,000 meters. That part was there. The second, there we go. Yeah, that part was there. Here we go. Then the forest will hit an overhang and become the inverted forest, so you won't be able to get past this area extending your arms, so be careful. The wind currents are really unstable, and there are lots of beasts and prey in the air. There's a famous story about a certain foreigner who tried to challenge it with an airship. He was attacked from the air and fell down. Your best course of action is to head toward the seeker camp. It's right by the end of the second layer. Yeah, I'm going to ask the patrol guards where they found my mom's letter, and I want to ask them about the other things she had too. I wonder if they'll be okay. Let's see. Yeah, that part was there. How did I climb up from such a place was skipped. It would be really great if you can remember anything from what's written on this death chart. Now it's fine. Now we get to the fourth layer. Seems like you're getting more and more excited. Siggy was skipped. And the Cup of Giants. Oh man, I can't wait to see the fourth layer. The fourth layer was so cool in the manga. I can't wait to see it. Here it's overgrown with 800-meter tall plants. The scenery changes as they grow, so there aren't any roads or maps here. The plants fill up with hot water, but the ones that are still growing are filled with acid, so be extra careful. It's here that the strains of incision can be truly called a curse. Hemorrhaging from every bodily orifice sounds really painful. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is where we're at right now in the manga for those that are curious. And your anime only is the sixth layer. The sixth layers that we've seen so far. The sixth layer is just nuts. Um, uh, this part was skipped. It's covered with water, so if you want to go lower, you have to dive into it. Apparently, the regular water is being held up by thick, muddy water. We haven't seen that yet, from what I remember. Or no, we did see that in the sixth layer. I'm sorry. The only alternative is to go down the waterfall. Plus, there are lots of dangerous underwater animals. We'll have to dive or go down a waterfall. Got to think of a method to do that while protecting Rico. Oh, this is where we're at, and which I don't think got mentioned. The sixth layer, the capital of the unreturned. Oh man, this is where we're at in the manga. Is the capital of the unreturned, and it is so freaking cool. And I can't wait for you guys to see it in the anime. I can't wait to see it in the anime. It's gonna be awesome. And I swear, one of the characters looks like a big daddy. He does. And the seventh layer, final maelstrom. I think that was mentioned. But anyway, let's see. Yeah, that was there. Hold on a second. Let me just double check something. The rest of chapter 7 was pretty much spot on. It's just like the thing that I have a problem with chapter 7, it was similar to chapter 6, is kind of the lore kind of got a little messed up. It kind of got cut. Or I should say it got shortened, and didn't give a lot of detail as to what's to come, which kind of disappoints me, especially when talking about what's going on in the different layers. I was looking forward to seeing some of the visuals of that too right away, but we didn't get that. So anyway, so now let's get to chapter 8. And the stuff about Nat here I think was skipped as well. By the way, what about Nat? Oh, Nat? He's probably, who cares what he's doing? Rico, Nat was just worried, so he said too much. Rico, we might never see him ever again. You know, do you really want to just leave things unresolved like this? I don't want to do that. This part was skipped here. He's not here? Did he go to join Rico and the others? It'll be bad news if Leader finds out. I've got to hurry. And then we get to the South District. But for the most part, like, this chapter was done pretty well. It's Nat. I can tell from how he smells. I see, so he's planning to help Rico in disguise, and then he'll, like, a lot of the inner monologue was basically skipped, but I gotta say, Nat looked really cute in his costume. He really did. One second. This part was skipped here. That's great, Nat. I'm really glad you came. Now both Rico and I will be able to send the letters, without worrying about, how you'll feel. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry, that was there. Wait. Yeah, that part was there. I'm sorry. I got it mixed up with something else here. Hold on a second. Let me just double check. So make sure. Oh, I gotta talk about the wharf. The wharf. I don't know what it is with this anime and scenery, but it is done really, really well. The wharf is so eerie and shit. I love it. The rest of chapter 8 was here, and something that I really liked that they did at the end of the episode, I really liked that final dialogue at the end of the episode. I thought it was so good, because that dialogue was not in the manga, or that monologue was not in the manga, and I really liked it. I thought it added a lot more oomph to it, but like at the same time, I feel like they had extra time, so that's why they put it there. They could have put it towards something else, like, I don't know, adding a little bit more lore. I'm very curious what you guys thought of this episode. Overall, this episode was okay. It was okay to pretty good for me. I can't wait to see what the first I can't wait to see the first part of our journey into the abyss looks like next week. It's gonna be so good. I swear to God. The animation is going to be off the hook. I'm totally excited. Anyway, let me know your thoughts about the episode in the comment section below. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. If you love what I'm doing and want to contribute to the Nerdigans Inc. expansion, there's a few ways you can do that. You can donate to the Nerdigans Inc. PayPal, Patreon, or purchase something off the Nerdigans Inc. Amazon wishlist. All those links are in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on the Twits, aka Twitter. Follow my Twitch channel from me on PlayStation Network. All that in the description box below as well. Until next time, Nerdigans, I'll be seeing you later. Bye!